Hello YouTube, welcome back to my channel, and in this video I'll be discussing the dual curved edges on the Samsung Galaxy S7 Edge. Now those of you who are not aware, Samsung also released a flatter version of the S7 which is at 5.1 inch screen and a bit smaller in size. The S7 will also be featuring on the channel guys very soon. I'm hopefully expecting it to be arriving in the next couple of days, and when it does I will be doing lots of comparison videos with the S7 and the S7 Edge. However, like I said, in this video guys, I'll be discussing the dual curved edges on the S7 Edge and why is this version should be preferred over the normal regular S7. Okay, now first of all, obviously we will be discussing the added functionality that Samsung have embedded this time around on the dual curved edges on the S7 Edge. And also obviously the first thing that comes to mind is this: once you swipe across, you have the added applications which come across from the right side of the curved edges. You can also enable them for the left hand side as well, because both sides are curved. You can have it from the right hand side or you can add it from the left hand side, which I'll be showing you in just a moment. Okay, as you can see, I've installed a few apps already and I will go through how to set this up, and we'll go into further settings and discuss and see how can we make use of it in our day-to-day lives. Okay, now first of all, let's get into settings guys, and from here, as you can see, if you go all the way down, you should find something like edge screen. There we go, that's the option. This is where settings are for the edge screen and you can configure it to your liking. Now we're going to be going through this one at a time guys, so please be patient. The video might be a bit longer, and those of you who haven't got the patience, obviously you can skip. Anyways, so first of all, let's get into edge panels. As you can see, this is where you can turn them on or off. So if I have to switch it off, press the home button, go back again. As you can see, the edge functionality is now gone. So if you don't like it, you can always disable it. Let's go back into edge screen again and edge panels, and from here we can turn it on. There you go guys, and you have your edge panel now back on. Now you have different options here. You have options for your contacts, for your apps. You have options for various other apps like camera, your messaging. You got all this added bonus, RAM management, weather. There's so much you can do with this. Even in fact, if you go into download, if you tap download here, you will see there are many more apps that Samsung have now introduced, including all of them. Like here, as you can see, in fact they're both for the S6 Edge and also for the S7 Edge, as you can see on top. Some of them are obviously paid, some of them are free, but I would think refrain from paying it for now unless there's something really useful that I think is beneficial to me in my day-to-day use. Okay, as you can see here, paid and then free. If you go on the free bit, you'll see you have the RAM user manager panel, which I recently installed because I obviously keep an eye on the RAM management on every time I have a Galaxy phone, because you know they tend to have RAM management issues, but for now everything seems to be working fine. You also have this trends from Twitter, so let's have a look and see. If I download this, I will download this whilst we talk about it guys, and I will show you how it will be added to the edge panel. Okay, so you can always go there and have a look for yourself guys. Also at the bottom you can see the pencil signs there. This is where you can edit your contacts. So if you go there, you have I have four people here in my contacts, so I can always add more people should I wish to by tapping here on add contact, and then you can go all the way down and you can add the persons of your choice. Also on circle, you can have different patterns. You can have this one here or you can have that one. It all depends what you want. There's so many options to customize guys that there's no limit to it. You can have your block list, your pop-ups while screen is off and stuff, the number and everything. So there's so much you can have a look at guys. It is very useful indeed. Okay, about the edge people, now this is for the first time. In the last version, I remember it wasn't there, people's edge, and they never declared any version if I remember correctly. I didn't look into it too much though, but I think for every added functionality they have a different version now, so that they can keep things up to date. And by the way, with the update, I remember when I got the phone straight away, I was having some issues with touching my palm and my fingers across the screen, and then it was then as soon as I got the phone out of the box, within the first 24 hours I got an update. It was a small update though guys. As you can see here, this was the urgent new software update, and it specifically says here edge screen. It was only 3.32 meg, when I think there was a lot of talk in the media and people were saying that the edge screen was activating without them realizing. I did have a problem as well initially. I was a bit annoyed, but every time I was using my phone with my hand, trying to put my thumb all the way across on the top, and accidentally I would activate the edge screen. But I can tell you now, I'm very happy to report that after this update guys, the edge screen is not a problem anymore. In fact, I'll practically show you as well. If I hold my phone like that, you can see my palm is already touching the left panel of the screen, so it's not activating. Before, even when I was doing that, it was activating and it was quite annoying. But Samsung were very quick to fix it, and I'm glad they did, because it was much needed. Okay, so apart from this, guys, there's been no issues here whatsoever as far as I'm concerned. The edge panel seems to be working fine. Okay, now let's get into settings again, guys, and let's get into edge screen more, and let's discuss furthermore. As you can see, these are your edge feeds here. You can always obviously have your Twitter feed, your normal regular feed, your phone calls, messages as well, and you can even select the feed time. So you can have to select up to 30 seconds, 1 minute, 2 minutes, 5 minutes, or even 10 minutes. Obviously, the more longer the time out is, the more battery will be consumed. So I normally stick to 30 seconds because all I want the edge feed is to give me an idea of what's coming up on my phone, and a quick Twitter feed or a quick email or whatever. I can always go into the app and have a look as well at the same time. Okay, and you can always set this up as well, take them all up, and then you can individually obviously set them up to see which feed would you like to have. So very comprehensive, very detailed, and Samsung have really worked hard this time around. I can see there's a lot more options than I had before on the Samsung Galaxy S6 Edge, which I had last year. Okay, so edge lighting as well, guys. Let's get into edge lighting. As you can see here, set the edge screen to light up when you receive calls or notifications while the device is turned over. So if you have your device like that upside down, and if you're in a darker room, you can obviously get the respective light of contact, whatever you have set up from the previous settings. And you can also obviously place your finger on the heart screen sensor for 2 seconds, and then your message will be passed on as soon as the call gets rejected. So you can always edit your message in here as well. So again, very well done Samsung for giving us this option, and also taking it to the next level as well, which is very, very nice. Okay, so now let's have a look at the edge panel, guys, and from here, as you can see, I can tick it or untick it, and I can choose whichever panels I want things to be displayed. So for instance, I wanted to have a RAM management only, and the weather, and my Twitter feeds, as you can see, which I installed earlier, along with my contacts. So I can choose to have that. So if I go back now and I go onto my edge panel and then swipe across like that, you will see my contacts come across. Swipe further, the weather comes across, and swipe further, the RAM status comes up as well. This is a bit slowish because obviously it's a sinusoidal graphical representation of your RAM status. It's slightly different from the fixed RAM status that you normally get on phones. So it's slightly different, guys, but very, very useful nevertheless. So once you come across, you'll see how much RAM has been consumed by the Galaxy S7 Edge. So further down, you can see it's asking unable to use Twitter Trends, to tap to allow. Obviously this is Marshmallow. You got separate apps permissions, so you'll have to obviously allow it to your location and stuff. Allow again. There you go. So now if you go across back to feeds again, updating trends list, as you can see, it will take a few seconds depending on your Wi-Fi network. Obviously mine is not the fastest, and once you know it, all your Twitter feeds are going to be coming across onto your edge panel as well, which is very, very nice. As you can see, they have started to come up ready. Now this is something really nice. I think something I can really use. Instead of me going into the Twitter app, I can always stay on the screen, and I can obviously go through some quick breaking news or whatever I need to have a quick look. I think if I'm correct, if I tap on any of these, they should take me to the Twitter app as well. Let's have a look. So if I tap on this, it won't. Okay, let's go into Chrome. Okay, boom, and it opens my Twitter straight away. There you go, guys. So instead of me actually trying to get into the Twitter app, I can always go from my edge screen. I can move across, and I can tap it there, even though it will ask me for Chrome, but automatically, because the Twitter app is installed already, so I'll go through my Twitter app feeds straight away without any issues. So once again, very, very nice. Okay, now as you can see, I'm holding the phone with my left hand, so I'm using the right panel with my right index finger. Now what if you were a left-hander and you were holding your phone with your right hand and you wanted to use your left fingers? For that as well, they have an option in here, guys, from where you can, I think, change the panel's direction. Let's have a look and see. I think it was here somewhere. Edge panels. There you go. So if you go into your I'll do this again, edge panels. From here you go to edge panel handle settings. You can control the transparency, obviously how transparent you want them to be, and also the size, medium, large, small, and this is the position. So I would say switch it to left hand side now. Now if I was to hold my phone with my right hand, like I said, if I'm a lefty, then I will be swiping across using my left index finger. There we go, guys. So this is also one thing very good. So you can pass it on to either left or right, depending upon what kind of user you are, left-handed or right-handed. So guys, this was a quick video showing you the edge functionality and also the problem that often was put up in the media. A lot of people were talking about it, about the edge functionality and thumbs and fingers accidentally moving across and activating the panel. As you can see guys, I'm not actually having any issues. In fact, I'm ready to go as far as, say for instance, open the Play Store and let's actually rub this side with my palm in my hand and see if it activates. As you can see guys, it is activating just a little bit, obviously because it's a big area of my palm, but as you can see, if I was to put it across like that, it wouldn't really affect it as such, unless you really push it hard and really bring it on top of like that. Then yes, it will get activated. But normal day-to-day stuff guys, like this and holding across your palm, it won't be much of an issue. This was my thumb, by the way, not the palm, so no issues here whatsoever. It's very comfortable to hold now, and the edge panel has definitely been fixed by Samsung, and that small minor update which I showed you earlier has definitely done the trick. So if you got a SIM-free international variant of the S7 Edge, you will get this update straight away. If you're on a network guys in the UK, say 3, Vodafone, EE, or in America at AT&T, Verizon, whatever you've got, I'm sure your networks will release the update as it comes along. But that's the problem of having a network variant. Every time you have a network variant guys, it takes time for the OTA updates to come across. Okay, so guys, this was a quick, like I said, overview of what the edge panel is all about, and also how can it benefit you on your day-to-day use. If you like my video guys, please give it a thumbs up. Any questions, like always, please feel free to ask me in the comment section. I will continue to upload more videos about the S7 Edge. If you got any particular requests guys, please do let me know. And also the S7 is coming out maybe tomorrow and the day after. I will let you guys know as soon as it comes. And please follow me on social media, Google+, Facebook, Twitter, as I often frequently talk about all my my stuff and my work, and I'm sure you guys will learn there a lot as well. And please guys, like always, subscribe to my channel as it helps, and I shall see you in the next video.